gonna do it. Never tell me just how it's gonna be. Anyhow, I'm happy, shawty. I know he's gonna make a way. I don't know when. I know he's gonna help me sing. Oh, ain't no harm to home, not while I'm home. Tell the Lord. Tell the Lord. Well, Lord. Now get happy, shawty. I know God's gonna make a way for me. I know He's gonna. I know He's gonna. I'll find Him. He's faithful. I lean on Him here. You wanna try the Lord. You wanna try the Lord. Tell the Lord. Come here and Michael Max. Say amen. Sister Letty. I know He will. I know He will. I know He will. He will. I don't know how. I just don't know. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait. While I'm waiting. While I'm waiting. Just gonna say, Lord, do it for me. Do it for me. Fix it for me. Can't nobody do it like you can. Can't nobody fix it like you can. Jesus. Do it. I need a deliverance. I need a healing. I need a way out. I'm tired of waiting, Lord. Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Right now. Right now. Okay, hello. I hope y'all heard. I had to refresh y'all. Sorry. I had to refresh. This is your girl, Creole Butterfly, Libra Butterfly, Coco 929, coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. Or the horses are beautiful and the women. Get off! The women are fast. It just really depends on what you like, all right? I am coming to say hello to Lottie Dottie and every darn body. I'm trying to make this quick, y'all, because if you can tell, I don't have any energy. But I promised that I would do this today, so that's why I'm on here. So that's why I'm on here trying to do this. Happy birthday, happy Quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to anybody that's celebrating anything on today, which is November the 6th. 2023. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here long. We are at a crisis in the United States, period. But right now I'm talking about Kentucky. We are in a crisis in Kentucky. And the crisis I'm talking about, y'all, let me show you this real quick. Let me just go ahead and pull this up. Hold on one moment. What I do with it? Oh, here we go. One moment. Move now. Shoot. I'm gonna give this kitten away. This kitten, I don't know what type of cat she is. I swear I don't. I ain't never had a kitten like this. She makes me think she's possessed, and if so, she gotta get out of my house. I'm serious. I ain't never seen a cat like this. I almost want to smack the person who gave it to me, but that's my friend. So, okay. So, let me show y'all this. Oh, my ears are stopped up. Hey, 300. Let me see. Let me make sure y'all can see this. I do not like girl cats, and she's a girl cat. Girl cats are extra. I don't like girl cats. Give me a boy cat any day, cause the boy cats are chill. Only time they rambunctious is if they hungry, you know, or if they see a mouse. That's it. But the girl cats, they stay into stuff all the time. So no, she can bounce for real. Okay, y'all see this? Let me see. Okay. I don't know what's going on with StreamYard, y'all, and that's it. StreamYard bothers my shana because they always want people to, pay for their services, and their service sucks. Everything sucks. I'll be the first to say it. Okay, JCPS cancels dozens of bus routes after 143 drivers called out for Monday. What we know. For the second school day in a row, swaths of bus drivers canceled at least 47 transportation routes. Jefferson County Public School students for Monday with more expected, said JCPS spokesperson Curl Callahan. Got sick, she said, but another 53 called out as of 6:40 a.m. this morning. Okay, forcing the district to cancel even more routes. We are disappointed as the people this hurts the most are the students, she said in a statement. I'm gonna give my opinion on this, okay? A total of 87 drivers called out on Friday morning. 92 were absent for afternoon routes the same day. All students were driving. Classes will not be canceled Monday despite the high number of drivers expected to be absent, Callahan said. Non-traditional instruction when students work remotely via their laptops will not be an option for students. Okay, so check this out, y'all. Let me find this other one while I tell y'all about this, okay? Hold on. Y'all saw how many it was, right? Okay. Hold on. Uh, hold on. Hold on. Help is on the way. Wait a minute, y'all. Come back on. Okay, so Hold on, hold on. That song is stuck in my head. Hold on, just a little while longer. These heavy burdens soon to be over. Hold on. Okay. Okay, so I want y'all to see why. Oh, I heard, is this the one? Let me see. Yep, here it is right here. Right here. Now pay attention. Then I'm gonna give my opinion because I have people that is butterflies that's in the state of Kentucky with me. So they understand. So I am getting ready to give my opinion about this. And my opinion is not actually the one that everybody likes. I don't give a flying fig Newton. It is what it is. Hold on. Yeah, I heard her. She's just making noise for no reason. No reason. No reason at all. No reason at all. See how slow it's taking for it to pop up on the screen? Okay, there we go. 2 men arrested after fight broke out on JCPS bus in St. Matthews, which is a whole nother small city. St. Matthews is a small city, like my city is a small city, and these are like cities off of Louisville, Kentucky. Okay, it's like little small cities off of Louisville, Kentucky. You can go like from one street to another and be in some of these cities. Okay, like mine. Okay. 2 men were arrested after a fight broke out on a JCPS bus on Wednesday. Okay, and students were dropped off at their homes after school. Turns, whatever, and whatever. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay. Okay. According to the arrest citation, y'all see this? The bus driver said children on the bus were not only fighting, but also smoking weed and attempting to distract her while she drove. So she called 911. The driver said she then tried to drive the bus back to the school, but the children continued to yell and distract her. She drove back to the parking lot of AT&T, where she pulled over before for the safety of the kids. Once the bus was parked, these two idiots reportedly confronted the bus driver and intimidated her, despite their family member already having exit the bus. Okay. While the officer was attempting to place Beverly under arrest, Bird tried to stop him by pulling Beverly away from the officer. After a struggle, the officer arrested Bird for interfering with an officer and performing a controlled takedown of Beverly to place him under arrest. Let's play this real quick. Commercial, probably.
Daniel Cameron isn't our guy. He pulled money from public schools and supports repealing the Affordable Care Act, would kick 600,000 Kentuckians off their health care. He's a Mitch McConnell Republican. Vote for Andy Beshear on November 7th.
We've all heard from parents all over the county about the bus problems and how stressful they are. Haley talked to a 7th grader who at one point was stuck on a bus for over an hour at the compound.
I was like, wow, I don't have to go to school today. Is JCPS messed up?
Oliver Henson is one of tens of thousands of JCPS students who had a difficult first day. Bus delays, confusing routes, and missing stops brought the system to a screeching halt and closed the district for the would-be second and third days of the school year.
I was a little sad that I didn't get to go to school because I think I have really good teachers. But the thing is, I just hated, because I was thinking before I went to bed, I was thinking, I'm going to have to deal with all of this all over again tomorrow.
Oliver was 3 hours late getting home and felt lucky to be home before dark. He hopes issues are straightened out by Monday.
Okay. All right. Let me see here. Okay. On the bus, here's another one real quick. I want this to hurry up, y'all, so I can go lay my good up a country butt down. I really do. This was super slow. Okay. Hold on. Let me see. No video. Okay. All right. So 2 people were shot in the Russell neighborhood after a fight broke out on the Jefferson County Public School bus Wednesday. Okay. Okay. So let's stop this. All right. So most of my African American people say, well, they tired of busing anyway. They shouldn't be bused and all this. And why come the kids can't go to school in their own neighborhood and they don't get it and good and blah, blah, blah. These kids, you're talking about the same kids who's on a school bus threatening the bus driver, those kids. You talking about the same kids who makes it hard for just a regular you talking about these kids. Okay, you want them to all go to the same school, everybody that lives in the same neighborhood. Are you smoking dope? That would be suicide. At least the kids get a break from their neighborhood where they can learn. You talking about you want these same kids not to ever get a break from each other. You want them to live together and go to school together in the same neighborhood. Those kids. The same kid. I don't understand what you're thinking. Here's my thought on the situation. I think it's we don't have a school bus crisis. We have a parenting crisis. Parents don't want to parent no more. Parents aren't parents anymore. I've never seen a generation where everybody wants to be their kid's friend. I've never seen a generation to where your kids don't have no chores to do. Let me tell you what my day consisted of. And I know I'm 53, so that's saying something. I maybe should talk about my kids. Okay. Let me do my last 3 because my baby girl will be 21 in January. So let me do my last 3. When they came home from school, the boys played football. Okay. Me or my husband went and picked my daughter up off the school bus. You know, when they get to the bus stop, one of us was out there waiting on them. When the boys came home from football, they ate them something, and then they did their chores, and then they did their schoolwork, and then they got their showers, and then if it was still some time, they can do, them, but then they went to bed. Wasn't none of that you gonna play football and you not gonna do nothing at home. The devil is a lie. They had chores at home. They had responsibilities. My boys even know how to cook. especially my oldest son, that boy sometimes cook better than me. Because like I told them, it's not always sad. You're gonna end up with a woman. And if you end up with a woman, she may not know how to cook. And what I meant by that is sometimes, men end up by themselves. And I want to make sure that he know how to fry him up some stuff. So now even my baby boy, he'll call me on the phone like, Mama, I'm trying to do this, and this. What can I do? And I walk him through some of the simplest things. And once he conquer it, we move on to something else. I don't get how parents are not parenting anymore. I don't get that. My boys had to do the bathrooms. They had to fold up clothes. One would wash, the other one would dry, and the baby girl would fold. That's how we did the last 3. One wash, one dry, baby girl fold. Everybody came and got their clothes, but me and my husband, they brought our clothes to us. So yeah, I don't get that. If you didn't do good with your schoolwork, you didn't play no football. I don't care what your coach said. I don't care how great you are on the football field. I ain't caring about none of that. None of that. My baby boy's grades is what got him to Pepperdine. He broke his leg. He broke his ankle, rather, why he didn't get to stay at Pepperdine. Okay? However, he got a high school diploma and his grades look good, so he got a good job. So now, it ain't guaranteed. Hey, hi, Corinne. Thank you. I support y'all. I support the bus drivers. Yes, I do. I support y'all. Because I don't think that y'all need to be mama, auntie, disciplinary. And I think the school districts is letting y'all down. I can't wait to voice my opinion. I got a big mouth. I can't wait to voice my opinion. So when we have this thing that we're going to have here, I forgot what day it is. I can't wait to voice my opinion. I feel like I'm going to tell the school board, to me, y'all tucking y'all tail and running. Y'all putting the blame on these school bus drivers. And now they doing is trying to make a living, getting our bad kids to and from. You know what? I said today, God knew when to give me kids. I'm so serious. Because all that money will be good for that I will be making will be jail. That's it. Because I refuse to have a child that'll tell me, you better not hit me. If you hit me, I'm going to call the cops. They going to lock you. Baby, by the time you get to 9, you're going to remember 9, but the 1 you're going to forget, because I'm going to beat you so bad that you better hope they get here before murder exists. You're going to be like, 9, and I bless my heart and all my parts. I know from the students and the parents is ridiculous. Just like in everything, you have some that's an exception, but not everybody. The crisis, hey, Lorraine, the crisis that's going on now here in Kentucky with these school bus drivers, it's ridiculous that they have to call out like this. They are paying these bus drivers here, y'all, $25 to $27 an hour, and that still ain't enough. Because the kids is bad. The kids is horrible. I told y'all I was going to go in the school system as a counselor, right? I wanted to be a teacher, but I was going to go in as a counselor, and my kids begged me, especially my last 3 was like, Mama, all 3 of them got with me at the same time. Was like, Mama, don't do it, because you'll have us going to jail. Somebody gets smart with my mama, I hit you, we going to jail. And I'm like, okay. And I knew, especially my baby boy, you gotta watch what you tell him about me. Seriously, you gotta watch what you tell him about me. You gotta ease into some subjects really, 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 really softly. You know, like Sherman toilet paper. You know how soft that is. You gotta ease into it. You gotta eat, because other than that, that boy, okay. Just like him and my oldest son, they brothers. Them two work at the same company. And for some reason, these older men now don't like my older son. They feel, but they like my younger son. They feel like, he's cool. I said, they are so stupid. Their younger son, the one that I might get a call talking about he done murdered somebody. Y'all like him, but you don't like the older one that got a little bit more cool. Then he'll off you too. But he is a little bit slower to off you than my baby boy. One parent told me I would go to jail about my children and smile on my mugshot. And he probably bit that. But first of all, before you ready to go to jail, parent, won't you make sure that your child ain't in the wrong? Because see, I told man, I send you to school not to be popular, but I send you to school to learn. You owe me a diploma. So right now you're working on your diploma. And while you work on what you owe me, I'll take care of you. But if I get anything coming home from that school that I don't think is right, or off that bus, we gonna have it. We gonna have it. So yeah, now I did have to go to school, me and my husband, one time. Well, several times, but this one time I'm talking about in particular, we was all gonna go to jail that day, okay? Because my baby girl, she carries the trait of sickle cell, okay? And she, for a while, was thin. And somebody said something, and the teacher thought it was her. And he didn't even ask if it was her. He snatched her up. This teacher was a bodybuilder. He snatched my little baby up, okay? Told y'all she has trait of sickle cell. She was thin. Snatched her up and body slammed her on the desk. The desk and her flipped. She hit the floor, desk fell on top of her. Did I tell y'all he was a bodybuilder? Okay. We get these calls. I'm walking in the house from work. My husband's, yes, Corinne. My husband is getting ready to go to work, and I get this call. His phone's ringing, my phone's ringing, and they trying to beat her home, telling us what happened. And I said, hold on, my husband's standing right here. I put it on speaker. My husband said, you did what? Wait a minute. No, repeat that. He did what? We on our way. Oh, no, the school's closed. We have to see y'all in the morning. He said, you damn right you're going to see me in the morning. If you get my husband cussing, he mad. He beyond me talking to him. That's how mad he is, okay? When he get like that, I don't even look at him, okay? Because he done swole and all this. So anyway, she gets home. We take her to the emergency room. They run tests on her. She got a couple of bruises. Y'all. So we take her to school the next day. She's smiling because she already know. She know her parents gonna act a fool. Okay? She know we gonna act a fool. Okay. We go in. And it all started, not to turn this up, but how much bus drivers make you earn? 25 to 27 an hour. Yeah, 25 to 27 an hour. They trying to get more money, but it's not the money that's the issue. It's the kids. If you're not going to change the kids, I make it work. This is my proposal. This is what I'm going to propose. Y'all tell me what y'all think. This is my proposal. We have a 3-point system. First time the child disrespects the bus driver. And what I mean by disrespecting is getting up out of your seat, causing a disturbance because the bus driver focused on you could have a wreck. Cussing the bus driver out, smoking weed on the $14. What? Smoking weed on the bus, smoking on the bus, period. Disrespecting the bus driver by calling her or him out of their name. Okay? All that's the point. Okay? If it's all done in one day, it's 1 point. You got 2 more points. But the second point, if you do that, okay, not only are you suspended for 3 days off the bus, but your mom or your dad, whoever has guardianship over you, has to pay a $300 fine before you can even come back. I don't care if you suspended 3 days or not. If that $300 ain't in here, you can't come back. The third point system is you are suspended to the board. The board makes the decision whether you get to come back on the bus or not. Okay? If you have to go to the board, that's automatically $500, whether they say it's your fault or not. Just for taking out time, $500. Your parent has to come out of their pocket. That money has to be paid within 2 weeks of you returning to the classroom. You're returning to the bus. If there is ever another point that whole school year, you are off the bus for the rest of the year. No more second chances, no more third chances. You off the bus. It is up to your parents, or the lack thereof, to get you to school and to pick you up from school. You are not to get on the transit by yourself, because we don't want the public having to deal with you. Once you start making these parents liable for their children, they'll start taking it more serious. They'll start parenting at home the way that they should. And I know people mad as heck at me talking about, girl, have you? Because some of y'all don't want to be a parent. Y'all leave it up to, I see that when these kids come to Sunday school. I see it when they come into Sunday school. And I have to correct their butt. Because what you ain't going to do, okay? They come into Sunday school, they just wowed. They are wowed. I'm like, where they get these kids? I mean, no home training, no respect. And you want a Sunday school teacher who loved the Lord, just want to teach you about Jesus, honey. That's all about Daniel in the lion's den. They just want to teach you about the commandments. That's it. And your mama want them to be, Oh, yeah, when they come in and they see me, they automatically like, that's that mean lady. I'll take it. I sure will. But you better know it. Excuse me. What you doing running? I'm sorry. All right, walk. That's what God gave you two for. If you had to run, you wouldn't. Yes, ma'am. Thank you. Because I had somebody say, yeah, excuse me. I said, yeah, and I said, excuse me. I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, I don't care how low you say it, just say it. Now go to class. I mean, y'all, for real? Is this where we at now? Is it for real? You know what? I miss Tupac. If we had to listen to him and Michael told you they really don't care about us. Tupac was telling you we're going to have a race of, what does he say, race of babies who will hate the ladies. Oh my goodness. If that ain't what's going on, okay. I'm going to flip somewhere, but I'm coming back. I told my son, me and my sons, really me and my kids, period. But I spend more time, seem like lately, with my boys. And so we have this conversation about, just about life and stuff like that. So they was talking about, they brung up that girl named somebody Red. I don't know. Somebody Red. To me, she trash, but whatever. And everything. And I was like, yeah, who makes lipstick color green and call it gonorrhea? And Lord, today and tomorrow and maybe next week. She said, I don't know where I come up with these ideas at. It just comes off the top of my mind. I mean, I was thinking, okay, and then I got one and I named it sperm and and that's okay. With this generation, that's okay. What? And then Trina, okay, y'all, I don't expect anything from Trina. Even though she's older now, I still don't, I didn't expect nothing from her when I was younger. I don't expect nothing from Trina now. Trina was Masterpiece, them thought bucket. So of course she thinks it's okay to be whatever. Okay. So we can't even look for Trina for look to the hills from which cometh the help. All your help come from the Lord. Okay, baby, thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just like, okay, y'all. So we was having this conversation, and I told them, I said, to be honest with y'all, there is a difference between hip hop and rap. I said, what y'all got right now is rap. What we had is hip hop. Hip hop told a story. Hip hop would tell you how, how they want, come on, we as a people need to come up. We need to do this. We need to do that. It told a story. Rap is just something to a beat. Most of them ain't writing their own stuff anyway. They got ghostwriters. They talking about killing, sucking, eating, sticking. They talking about anything they think gonna sell music. Where hip hop had a message, empowerment message, even our raunchy stuff was still trying to tell you something. Georgie Porgy Pudding Pie by MC Light. So Queen Latifah, UNITY. Yeah. So it's a difference. It's a big difference. Once these government people got into the hip hop business, it became rap, and it all became for money, not the message. Money. Anybody with a message, they silence them. Your stuff don't get played. The radio won't play your stuff. None of that. None of that. They want you to hear the raunchiest of the raunchiest of the raunchiest, and that's what's programming your kids. I always monitored what my kids listened to and watched and did. Call me what you want, but I was their mother. They wasn't mine. I knew how you gonna let somebody make a decision who has not learned how to reason. Where does that make sense at? No, this is the rules and regulations of this house. If you don't like it here, you are free to go. We ain't holding you back. I did it as a single mother and as a married woman. Trust me. I did not want my kids to be influenced more with the streets than they were with me. I'd rather for you to think that I'm going to split your head to the white meat than for you to think I wouldn't. And my kids will tell you to this day, and they are grown, but they'll tell you to this day, the reason why we didn't buck our mama is because our mama would kill us. We seen her grab us up. That woman crazy. We ain't messing with her. I'd rather for you to think that than for somebody to be in the street be like, if you don't do it, I'm going to stop talking to you. Okay. No, I got to go home to my mama. It's all right, player. I'll just be by myself because that woman crazy. She only 5 foot, but she crazy. Even my boys will tell people, I don't play with my mama. I ain't gonna tell y'all that because then y'all be like, it's child abuse. And it probably was. It probably was. Matter of fact, I know it was. Did I care at that time? Heck no. Because like I said, in my family, in my good side of the family, honey, whatever I get my hands on, that's gonna be your whooping. Let me see. Yeah, Public Enemy was yeah. So a particular child felt froggy. A particular child felt real froggy. I had told this particular child to do something past my time. I tell you once, if I have to tell you again, you already in trouble if I got to repeat myself twice. And I hate repeating myself. Anybody who knows Coco know one of the pet peeves she has is she has to repeat herself. That's just me. I feel like I speak clear enough and loud enough for you to hear. And if you don't hear me, you got to tell me, huh? It means you're not paying attention. See how loud I'm talking? That's how I talk. If I have to whisper, I will. I do know how to do that. But see how I'm talking? Just as clear. So if I'm talking to you and you go, huh? That means you ain't listening. What you say? Nothing. Now tell me what you said. Nothing. Because see, my words is important to me. So if I'm talking and you ain't listening, then okay. That's how that rolls. But don't make me repeat myself. And I think a whole lot of y'all parents did that. I think a whole lot of y'all parents accommodated y'all by repeating everything they had to say twice. Ain't me. Not gonna do it. At all. I don't do that as an adult. Didn't do it with my kids. Anyway, this particular child felt froggy. And I'm kind of skeptical about even telling this because this particular child has found out my YouTube page. So now I got 2 kids that know that know my YouTube page. So anywho, this particular child was on a little disrespect. Okay. And before I knew it, and they had to, because I blacked out, they had to remind me of this. Even my husband, when he was living, God rest his soul, I looked at him and said, babe, he shook his head, said, yeah, babe. So I must have blacked out because I swear I don't remember it. But they said, so I'm quoting what they said. They said this person said a little bit too in they throat muscle. And I grabbed a pool stick and said, cack. So, yeah, I didn't remember that. I'm really being honest. I did not remember that. But they've told me the same story over the last, 6 years. So I know it's not a lie. They told me that. So, yeah, I used to have, and that's why I'm so glad I became a counselor, and I'm so glad I got counseling because, hey, I needed it. But y'all, I used to have blackouts. Like I would get so pissed. And my husband always said, if you want to see how pissed she is, look at her ass, because my ass tip, they just tell the story. And I just used to black out. I never knew that I did it until somebody, when I was younger, made me aware of that. And my mom had watched that. And so I had to go to, psychiatrist because, yeah, I blacked out. I used to black out when I was a kid. I would black out and fight. And I mean, they'd be trying their best to pull me off people, and it just would not work. It wouldn't. And the amount of rage that I had in me, they told my mother that I could actually kill somebody. So, they recommend that she takes me to get some type of help, because to see what's going on. They said a child that young and that small shouldn't have that type of rage. Well, they didn't know at the time that I was being molested, had been raped, So I was determined that wasn't nobody, because of my size, gonna buck me. You're not taking nothing else from me. And that's how, without a fight, I mean a true enough fight. And that's what there was. So that's why I had so much rage and stuff in me, because, at that time I hadn't said anything. But then when I did say something, I was still not believed. So I still had to keep fighting. So I grew up fighting. Boys, girls, it didn't matter. I grew up fighting. So I had that rage in me. You know what I'm saying? So every time somebody at me, I thought about that. And that rage took me to that level to, yeah. So, yeah, I ain't proud of it, but it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So, it's a lot of reasons why we do some of the stuff we do. But what I like about myself, if I can brag on me for a minute, what I like about myself is when I know that something's wrong, I'll do something about it. A lot of people know that they got stuff wrong with them and still won't do nothing about it. They just, be stupid and walking backwards like a duck. So, yeah, these kids are out of control. I'm very much out of control. Like I said, I stand with the bus drivers. I stand with the teachers. I really do. Because you got I ain't never seen a bunch of kids. Like when I was growing up, and I know y'all keep saying girl, but that's all I can go by. Me and my kids. When I was growing up, I bet not had gotten a swing on no teacher. Are you crazy? My mama would have said, I don't care what the teacher did. We'll discuss it after I whoop you. And if she's wrong, I'll deal with her. But you wrong. You don't talk back to no adult. You don't swing on no. Whatever happened to those type of parents that'll tell a child, I don't care what that teacher said. You come home and tell me. You don't talk back. You don't swing. She ain't getting paid enough money to deal with you. You mine and I don't want to deal with you. Whatever happened to that, y'all? Oh, child. My baby boy has ADHD. And for a while, he was something else for them teachers to deal with. But we stayed on top of him until we got his medication done. I told y'all when he first started, showing that type of behavior, I still did not want to put him on a medication. So for a whole 2 years, we wouldn't. And so finally, he had a teacher who I liked, and I knew she really loved her students and stuff and everything. And she had a conversation with me. And I already told y'all about that story. So he got on medication that somewhat worked. They had to tweak it a little bit for a while and everything. And I'm proud of him now because I was always concerned that as an adult, his ADHD would kick in so bad to where, But as an adult, he has really, really impressed me as an adult, you know, and everything. And he's yeah, I'm so impressed with this kid. It's unreal. I used to feel sorry for my oldest son because before we put my baby boy on medication, they used to come to my oldest son to try to get him to calm my baby boy down because he would listen to them, because he stood in the place of us. And he would say, "Man, I was outside on the playground. Stop so I can go back outside." And his brother go, "Okay." Y'all, when they talk about that, I'd be cracking up. I'm like, it's not funny, but okay, because they would try not to call me, but they still having to call me or his dad. And here we go out to the school, like that and stuff. So, yeah, I'm like, Lord, today. But, yeah, and this kid, y'all, if you think your child has ADHD, don't lie because they're going to know. Tell the truth. If you think he's got something going on, he or she got something going on, have them tested so they can be better in school. That's the only reason why we did it, is because his schoolwork was suffering and he was too smart for his schoolwork to suffer. On the weekends, when he came home, we didn't give him those doses for what? He ain't got to sit and study at home. He ain't got to sit and study after school because that pill, they started doing time release. It was still on him to do his homework. So, yeah, on the weekends and holidays and when they was out of school, we didn't give him that medication for what? He ain't got to sit and study. Study for what? He's a kid. Go play. Even though he would work my nerves. Our parents were grown adult parents. These are babies having babies. And you know what? I get that too. And I got to say too, Lorraine, I agree with you wholeheartedly. But I was 15 when I had my first child. I had my daughter, my first child, period. 6 days before my 16th birthday. She was my sweet 16th gift, but I knew enough to know I didn't want my kids to be wild. I knew that much. I wanted my kids to be better than me. Whatever that took without going outside of the law, whatever that took, I got emancipated on my own at 17. At 16, I went to foster care. Even in foster care, 2 months after me being in foster care, my foster mom was like, "You too mature to be in here. You don't need my help like the rest of these girls. It's nothing I can teach you." So I asked her, I said, "Well, I have an appointment with, my boyfriend." And she was like, "As long as you check in with me once a day, when them people come around, I tell them that, whatever, to keep both of us covered, and I go ahead." And so 2 months, well, I'm going to say 4 months after I got the foster care, I actually started living with my boyfriend. Yep. And so then I moved from there into my own apartment because, like I said, at 17, I went before the judge and he emancipated me, signed my paper and everything. She was like, "Well, she's really been living on her own. I just been watching her." And he was like, "Well, okay." And I had 2 adults to say X, Y, and Z, signed my name. I've been on my own since I was 16, to be honest, but we're going to say 17 for legal sakes. I've been on my own since I was 17. And that's why I know it can be done. I know it can be done. It's a whole lot of people ain't never left home. They ain't never had their own. They ain't never had to worry about, moving on their own to nothing. Everything is just like been handed to them. And I think sometimes when people haven't experienced life like that and everything's kind of, set up for them and all this and stuff, they really lose touch with what reality is. They just do. I just had to get up and go get them spirit. I want my kids to be better than me. And I can honestly say I raised some good kids. Have they made mistakes? Absolutely. We all have. But do they rebound? Yup. And my baby that's dead now, my baby Jasmine, she was on her way to rebound. She still did good. She just ended up with a crazy female. And she was on her way of getting her life back to where she can, do this thing. She had moved, got her own house. My baby was doing it. And she was doing it without that retarded child. Okay. I mean that in a crazy sense, not handicapped sense. So, sorry. But anyway, she was doing it and that girl killed her, right? And because she realized she's doing it without her. She really gonna do the, yeah, she know where she come from. She come from me. We don't let nobody stop us. Shoot. They're gone somewhere. So anyway, so this portion right here, y'all, that I'm going to talk about, I'm going to try to be up here about 1 hour total. This portion right here, I'm going to talk about is for my church folks. So yesterday, I was sitting in Sunday school, and God said, I need you to go home. I said, okay. Now, I knew he didn't mean home, like where I live at. And I said, okay. So after Sunday school, I hopped in my car and headed down to my church. And I had already prayed, God, you talk to me about everybody else. I need you to talk to me about my kids. I know you got them, but I need some type of evidence that you have my children. Okay? Going to church. He's preaching. He's talking about restoration and different things like that. In the middle of it, that's why I'm going to try to stay on this subject. In the middle of it, he said, y'all mind if I do what God is telling me to do? Of course we don't mind, but he got to point to different ones. Then it was something I asked God about my baby girl. It was called an unspoken prayer request. I said, because here's my thing. I do what God tells me to do. I prophesy when God tells me to prophesy. I do everything he tells me to do. Okay. Some things I don't understand, but I do it anyway. So I only asked him at times, okay, God, I've been doing what you tell me to do. If you say don't go, I don't go. If you say speak, I speak. If you say don't speak, I don't speak. If you say tell this person, whatever it is, I've been doing it. I've been obedient. God, I need this from you. Okay. Make your requests known. So I sat there, I was praising with everybody else that was getting their blessings and all this. And Pastor was good, talked to somebody else. He stopped. He said, God just told me to tell you. Oh, I'm getting chills. He said, God just told me to tell you. This is how he said it over the microphone. That situation, and he said the situation, he's delivering your child from that. I screamed. I was the only one in the church with that situation. Oh, God. I screamed. I couldn't stop screaming. I just kept on screaming. Yes. Thank you, God. I just kept, and they was praising with me, saying, go on, sis. You better pray. I said, God. Okay. So anyway, I know some of y'all like, huh? That man says for the church folk. And I'm talking about the real church folks, not the ones that just darken the door. Okay. So anyway, I finally came to myself and everything. I said, okay, God, you heard my other prayer about my children. You heard my other prayer about my children. So everybody was getting these prophecies about their kids. I said, it's okay, God. I claimed that for my family. Okay. I called my mom. I said, are you up? She said, yeah. I said, well, I'm on my way. She said, okay, I'll be ready when you get here. Because we was going to this restaurant. She had been there. I hadn't been. And that food was so good, y'all. I had 2 plates. I ate one yesterday. Go eat the second plate today. My God. Anywho, moving forward. So I said, well, Mama, I have to go over my baby boy's house real quick and take him something. She said, okay, I don't care. So I called him. I said, come outside. He said, I was already coming outside. That's funny. I said, okay, baby. He came outside. I'm telling this to somebody who got kids. And you wondering about your children. They may not be doing things bad, but they're not doing them the way that you want them to be done, that you know should be done. are either something is stopping them from being as great as they can be, and you don't know what to do. This is for you. This right here is for you. Let me tell you something. My son, my baby boy, had given up on God. I'm getting chills. Lord have mercy. My baby boy had given up on God. He said, the way my mama served you, this is how he said it. He said, the way my mama served you, my mama is one of the upright people I know. She always praying for people. She'll give somebody her last. She loves really, really hard, and she always the one that gets the end of the stick. She's sick, but she keep fighting. He said, the way my mama loved you and you took her husband, her rock, the way my mama loved you and you took my sister, now I ain't got nothing for you. That's how I promise y'all. He's like, nah, I ain't got nothing for you. I ain't got nothing for you. My mama raised us in church. And this is what you do? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. That's what my baby boy said. I said, God, you know, anger and frustration sometimes is in us. And you said we can come to you with anything. That's what he had said, okay? Everything. So I constantly cover my kids in prayer. Constantly. Even if I send him a Bible scripture, he'll read the scripture. He ain't stupid. He'll read it, but that's it. Let me tell you. Okay, I said I'll let so y'all can see where my baby boy was. Okay, here it was, where he was. I told y'all what I asked God for, right? Okay. We pulls up, he's coming out, and my phone had just dinged. I said, oh, okay, somebody sent something in our family group chat. I didn't pay attention to what it was because I was parking. He said, I'm so glad to see y'all. I knew something had changed in him. He had a glow on his face. Oh, I'm getting chills. I knew something had changed. He said, I'm so glad to see y'all. He said, hi, mama. I said, hi, baby. He said, hi, granny. She said, hi, baby. Like, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, mama said something about church. He said, nah, I ain't been there yet. Like that. And he said something. I said, I rebuke that. He said, well, after you read what I post, we're going to see if you still rebuke it. He said, let me just go and tell you, y'all, my son, the one who told God he ain't have nothing for him, the one who said, nah, I'm good. You took my mama's husband, my daddy, her rock, and she keeps suffering. And I told y'all what he said. That boy, ooh, I got chills. That boy stood right there on the public streets, and preached. No, he stood on the public street and preached to us yesterday. When I tell you that little boy, and he's a little boy to me, but when I tell you that young man stood flat-footed talking about the goodness of God and how God has been blessing him and how he needs to give God thanks for the little things that he do and not wait for the real big ones, and how God told him, if you make a step, I help you with the rest. So when I tell you that boy stood on that and preached, my mama started crying and shaking. I screamed because I knew what I had asked God for that day yesterday. I said, I know you working on my family, God. I know you ain't going to have me work for you and you not do nothing in my own family. I just need to see a little more evidence. Just a little more evidence. Oh, boy, did I see a big evidence. Did I see? That boy preached. And I mean, whoo, Lord today. Oh, God. He preached. That's all I can't say no. That boy preached. And it got on him so much, y'all. Those of y'all that know about God and church and all that, you know them. It got on him so much. He was like, cause, and I mean, that boy preached. Don't give up on your seed, y'all. Don't give up on your kids. Don't give up on your children. You may have to turn them over to God. Seriously. You may have to give them to God, but don't give up on them. Don't give up on them. You know, and my kids wasn't even doing nothing what you would call quote unquote bad, but I raised them in the fear of God. I raised them as a single mother, the ones that I had before I got married. And then we raised them, me and my husband together, all of them in church, you know. And I know people give church a bad name and everything. Church is like anywhere else, honey. Some people got called, some people just went. That's the truth. Some people got called, some people just went. And let me tell y'all something. I keep telling y'all, the church is like a hospital, okay? Everything in the natural, so in the spiritual. The church has a CEO. The church has a CFO. The church has candy stripers. Come on. You feel me? Thank you. Thank you, Lorraine. That's what I said. The church has everything the hospital have. People come to the church that's not well. The thing about it is they supposed to leave out with an answer. Just like the hospital. You go to the hospital, you might see anything at the hospital. Sick people, well people, happy people, depressed people. You're going to run into anybody at the hospital, at the natural hospital, okay? They all come there for a reason. Not everybody's reason is the same. And for everybody to start thinking that everybody comes to the church for the same reason and all this stuff, you fooling yourself. Everybody has their own reason why they come through those doors. Some is good, some is bad. Some go because they ain't got nothing else to do. Some go because they're looking for answers. Some go because it's their last hope. Some go because, again, they have nothing to do. Some go looking for a wife or a husband, not looking for Jesus. So the same thing you find in a natural hospital, you find germs. Come on. You find disease. Same thing. Same thing. You just got to know why you go. What's your reason? You don't let nobody interfere with what your reason is for seeking a higher person, for seeking God, for seeking Jesus. What's your reason? Because your reason may not be mine. I can't measure my relationship off of yours. I don't know what you're going for. All I know is God is real. That's all I know. That's all I can tell you. I stand on that 10 toes down. Before I take it back, I add more to it. And that's why a lot of things on here, I know y'all been seeing me kind of back up and all this and stuff because y'all, God is doing so much in my life. He's so many things is opening up for me. Let me tell y'all something. Here's another praise report for y'all. When I tell you don't give up on your kids, don't give up on your kids. I have a child. Birthday. I have 2 kids born in October. Different years. October, 2 weeks apart. Exactly 2 weeks apart. Okay. This particular child was told a whole bunch of stuff that was not correct. Okay. By somebody she dearly loves. And let's just say our relationship wasn't a relationship. And I had gotten to the point to where, like I told you, sometimes you got to give your kids over to God. I had given this particular child over to God, and it was just him and her. I could care less. Cause see, I got that streak in me, and when I get on that side of the streak, I don't care. And that's the truth. I ain't saying it's right, but that's me. And that's something I still ask God to help me with. So I'm still on the potter's wheel as well. So, anywho, the other day I forgot what I was doing, but my inbox dinged. I said, "Who the heck?" And I clicked. I said, "Shut up!" I got up and walked away from my computer like it was on fire. I came back and said, "You gotta be kidding me!" It was this particular child. Said, "Hi, mama. How are you?" Now, it may not seem big to some of y'all because maybe you don't have kids, or maybe you and your kids' relationship has never been strained and you don't get it and all this stuff. And I understand. But those parents who your relationship has been strained for whatever reason with you and yours, and when they come back around, it almost scares you, especially when it just happens out of clear blue sky. I was like, so I typed back. She responded back with some more stuff. I'm like, this child is really, really talking to me. You talking about scared. I was like, oh my goodness. Again, one of those prayers. God is answering prayers in this day and time. I keep telling y'all, God is answering prayers. So whatever your prayer is, I'm with you. Okay. Thank you. God can use anybody, anytime, anywhere. Yep. So whatever your prayers is, y'all, keep them on the wheel. Keep them on the wheel until you see them answered. Don't take them. Let me tell y'all what some of y'all do. Y'all ask God and then y'all take it back. And then you'll put it back on. You play hide and go seek with God. You play patty cake. 1 minute, come on, patty cake, patty cake. You playing patty cake, and he's like, I don't deal like it. God's not schizophrenic. You are. When you put something down and you give it to him, give it to him. Give it to him. And speak positive over it. Because you'll have what you say. And I know a lot of y'all, that's not true because I said for 10 days and nothing happened. But how long have God been trying to get your attention? See, let's not go there because I'm always going to side with God. How long has he been trying to get your attention to do one thing or another? And you still footing around with what he told you to do the first time. And I hear the Lord telling somebody right now, go back and get that same word I gave you that you ain't did nothing with. Go back and get that same word. Once you activate that same word, watch what I do. You want God to forget what he told you to do, to go outside of him and do what you want him to do when he told you what to do the first time, the second time, and the third, and it ain't changed, but you want him to give you a different word, because you don't want to do that one. And he's like, nah, I ain't changing it. That word you're going to walk out. It'll still be there until your time comes. If you never do it, it'll still be right there at you. He's told some of y'all specifically what he wants you to do. You done heard it from other people. You done heard it in your spirit. It's done came in your dream. He's done told you what he wanted you to do, and you still are stiff-necked and won't do it. And then you get mad when you need something, and God is sitting there like, okay, I know you need me to pay a bill. I know you need me to heal your body. I know you in pain. I know all of these things, and yet and still go back and do what I told you to do. That's just like some of y'all been asking God for some things, and God has told you where these things are. He has told you, okay, I want you to move. I need you to move. You got to move. I want you to move. You gotta move. And some of y'all know you're supposed to be done move. You supposed to done move a long time ago. He done told you, I need you to move away from her. Because what I have for you, you can't have it while you're there. See, you want it there. Because, everybody's cool. Everything is the way you want it. And God's trying to take you out of all that. God is trying to tell you it ain't what you want. It's what I want for you. And the blessings that I have for you, I have what you're asking me for. Plus. I have what you want. Plus. But they ain't coming there. And then he'll tell you, you know what? I already released your blessing. You like, God, no, you didn't. It ain't here. I know you ain't no liar and you ain't no respected person, but I don't see it, God. It ain't here. It ain't come here. It ain't come here. And finally, you go and check out the address. I go to the place. I go do what he told you to do. And every blessing that you ask him smack you in your face. And you like, is this all I had to do? Obey. Yeah. You remember that word? Obey much? That's all you had to do. You waiting for your blessing to hit you in where you are. And right now you in Egypt. Where you are is Egypt. And you want your Canaan blessing to hit you in Egypt. And God is like, I ain't giving you Canaan in Egypt. That don't even sound right. I told you what to do. I already released it. If you don't get up off yourself and go do what I say do, you will never get it. Because it's already there waiting on you. It's waiting on you. What are you willing to do to get it? Ooh, a stiff-necked generation. A stiff-necked generation is somebody who know they suffering. They know they suffering. And they know they need God. And God has already said, look, do this, 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 and this, and I got you. And they won't do it because they stuck in their own way. Ain't nobody else hindering you. You hindering you. You're stopping you. You the one that can't grow. You the one that can't see out of what you're doing because you stuck in your way. And then you get mad because everybody else around you seem like they getting blessed. They getting everything you asked for, and you still stuck on the wish me line, on the pray for me line. You still stuck. Things are not getting better. They're getting worse. You're not moving forward. You stuck. But you blaming everybody but you. And then you come up with excuses about why these things are happening. Not that I did something, not that, I, the person, ain't doing what I'm supposed to do to be and get what I'm supposed to have and be and get. And then you become mean. Then you become surly. Then you become haughty. And then you think people want to deal with that. Not I, said the medium-sized girl. Not I. Whoo, child. That's all I'm saying. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I'm a preacher, so every now and then that preach come out of me, even when I don't know it's coming out of me. I ain't sorry for what I said. I ain't sorry for that, because I meant to say that. Seriously. With everything that's going on in this world today, everything, you mean to tell me that you are still stuck on stupid and a quarter past dumb? You mean to tell me you are still okay with being stuck on stupid and a quarter past dumb? Some of you women, God has showed you who your husband is. You've asked God for a husband. He said, okay, I give that to you. And this is what he is. This is who he is. This is how he is. I need you to do this so I can bring him to you. Because it said he that find it, not you. So all you women who's proposing to these men, out of order. Did I say that? Yes, I did. And before I take it back, I add more to it. All you women who are proposing to these men, out of order. Anyway, moving forward. He tells you, okay, I need you to get this together and get this together. And when you get these two together, I'm going to bring him to you. I'm going to let him find you. Your friends is getting married. Your friends is getting engaged. Your friends is in good relationships where they just so happy and you sitting there just miserable. And you want people to believe you're not miserable because you like being by yourself. That only works for so long before you become surly, before you become nasty. Is it meant for everybody to get married? No, it's not. But when you know it's meant for you to get married and you don't do what God told you to do, if that person marries somebody else, that's your fault. And it'll be a happy marriage. I know some of y'all thinking, well, if he marries somebody else and it ain't me, he'll never be happy. The devil is a lie. The devil is a lie. God is not that cruel. God would not do that, especially when you didn't do what you were supposed to do to lock that in. God told you what to do. You still didn't do it. How long do you think God gonna have this man waiting on you? And he's ready to be married. Let's just think about that. How long do you think God is not that type of guy? How long do you think he gonna let a good thing? Okay. He's even told y'all, clean your bills up. Clean your bills up. Y'all act like y'all don't know what that means. What you mean, God, clean my bills up? Clean your bills up. Don't spend more than you make. Stop going into debt. These are things you can do. Men and women. Stop going in debt when it's not necessary. Stop trying to keep up with the junk. Let me tell y'all something about Coco. Y'all ready? If I go to the DAV and find something I like, I'm going to get it, I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to wear it. How about that? Hello, how you doing? I ain't trying to keep up with nobody. Because when them bills and stuff hit, ain't nobody going to be over here talking about, Coco, I got that bill for you. At all. I ain't never thought I had to keep up with the Joneses. I was the Joneses. It still is. What do I mean by that? I march to my own beat. You know how people say, you ain't supposed to wear white after Labor Day? I wear white when I want to. And you ain't supposed, that hairstyle is 1962. And guess what? I'm going to be a 53-year-old woman sporting a 1962 hairstyle on me that look good. How you doing? I ain't never been one. You know, I used to, okay, I was voted most popular in school, best all around, best personality, most talented, because I played like 3 different sports in school. It was some more stuff I was voted. Anywho, my point being is I was the cool kid that talked to everybody. That's why I always had the majority of the votes. Because I talked to everybody. You know, and my friends used to be like, oh, why you talk to him? Oh, he ugly. What's him? What does ugly got to do with me saying, hey, how you doing today? What you doing today? That's stupid. I ain't never been that chick. Even though I was a popular chick, I was a I'm living around the way, girl. I was cool with everybody. And I'm still like this to this day. When people see me, I speak to everybody. I speak to homeless people, everybody. I don't think I'm better than nobody. Unless it's bull, then yeah, I'm way better than that. But as far as because of, no. And that's what I don't like about people. That's why a whole lot of people I don't like on this YouTube apparatus. Shout out to Auntie Kwani. I don't like, because, yeah. Some of y'all, honey, y'all act like y'all stuff don't stink. Yeah, it bothers me. It bothers me. It's like, huh? Now, let me say this. I am Coco. Nice to meet you. I am Dr. Creole Butterfly. Nice to meet you. And the doctor poured in front of my name. It wasn't just because I had nothing to do. I actually earned a doctorate degree. Earned. Nobody gave me nothing. I earned it. Okay? So, I've seen people snub me lately. I don't know what I did to these people except really walking who I am and start really trying to build my channel for my people. And I've seen people snub me. You know what a snub is? Like when you speak to somebody and they go, that's snubbing. I laugh at stuff like that because I know off this thing, you probably don't even measure up to me. So why would I even let how you whatever offend me or affect me? So I've decided a whole lot of people I ain't messing with no more. Because, see, I've learned something. I have power. I do. If y'all only knew. If you only knew. And when God's speaking to me about some stuff, baby, yeah, I got to cut ties. I got to cut ties because my blessings is predicated on my connections. And a whole lot of people, like he told me, I didn't tell you to even connect with these people. You did it. See, I get whooped. I don't know about y'all, but I get whooped. And I don't like when God whooped me. It hurts. I want God to keep speaking to me, even though when he showed me stuff, sometimes it scares the mess out of me. I ain't gonna lie, but that's what a real prophet is. I got people under me. So I have to make sure I watch what I'm being fed, what I attach myself to. Because, yeah. So, I'm telling y'all, be careful who you attach yourself to. Be careful. Be careful. Yeah, be careful. Excuse me. I want to shout out real mamas, real problems. Shout out to you, smooches to you, my brother Dirk C. Williams, the real Anthony McNeil. Shout out to you too as well. S. Hutchinson, thank you so much too. Shout out to you. Shout out to everybody. Shoot, I don't want to. I shouldn't even started naming. I'm sorry. Shout out to all of y'all. All of y'all are special. Y'all my MVPs. Y'all my head butterflies. I appreciate y'all. All my new butterflies, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. I'm just, I don't know how to be anybody but myself. I just, and I don't want to be anybody other than who I am. I love me. You don't love me? What's wrong with you? I love me, honey. So, it just is what it is. And I can't be nobody but me. If you're expecting me to be somebody else, you got the wrong room. I talk about healing. I talk about things of God. And I talk about finances. Anything, to be honest, anything that affects FBAs, Foundational Black Americans, and others. So I need to start saying FBA plus, okay? But us first, B1s first. I talk about us first, then everybody else. Because I feel like we never get our first share. We never get our first shake. So this is what this channel is dedicated to. Not no roasting, not no beefing, not no, and that's okay. Because I watch it sometimes too. I'm not knocking that. I'm just telling you that's not what my channel is about. I ain't better than nobody. It's just not what it's about. My temper and my mindset is not set up that way. I'm one of them. I fight. Like physically fights. I can't be in here scrapping with nobody verbally, because they verbally don't do it for me. I need to feel some stuff across my fist. So since I know that's who I am, why would I put myself in that predicament? That's dumb. That's real dumb. And end up losing everything I got. See, people that got stuff to lose, they don't put themselves in a situation like that at all. And I just don't have time for it. I'm about the things of God. Believe it or not, that's my number one thing. I'm about the things of God. I always want him to be proud of me. Always. So you may not like me. You may not be proud of me. And that's your business. But as long as he is, I'm good with that. I'm so good with that. So I do talk, like I said, talk about natural healing and herbs and stuff like that. I talk about things that affect us. I dedicate my channel twice a week to Black females who have been slayed by their lovers and everything, because like I told y'all about my daughter Jasmine. So that is where my heart is with that. And also I know the whole world has saw my niece, who was killed in their jail cell. So, me and my sister-in-law, we both had two daughters that was murdered. That was precious to us. So, yeah. So, child. I do appreciate y'all. I do. Hold on one moment. I'm going to share a picture with y'all. And then I'd be out here. I still went past my daggone hour. Okay, so I will be back on. Not today, probably tomorrow. I'm gonna do a follow-up story on my niece, and I'm gonna show y'all a picture of my niece. Give me one moment. Y'all might remember her. Thank you, 300. I am going to highlight my niece tomorrow, y'all, as one of the black victims, black female victims. This is my niece. This is Tanisha. Okay, this is Tanisha Chappelle, and she look like Jasmine, don't she? She like my daughter Jasmine. But yeah, this is my niece, y'all, and her story has hit all over the United States. Okay, even Rolling Stone magazine did an interview with her mom about Tanisha. We still have not given up on justice for Tanisha and everything. So I will be highlighting her story again tomorrow and everything. So I hope you all come over here and just listen to, everything and everything. She's gonna be one of the ladies. I'm gonna do two, but she's gonna be the main one that I do because never want her to go to where we forget about Tanisha. We still need justice for Tanisha. We still need justice for Tanisha. And I'm praying that 2024 we're gonna get justice for Tanisha. Okay. So yeah, and how she was murdered, it was just should nobody get a death sentence like that, So yeah. So yeah. Another thing, I need you all's prayers for me and my family, y'all. I told y'all that I lost one of my family members in Alabama. Well, the same day we got word later that night, y'all, that we got word the next day that later that night in a whole nother state, my cousin Shayna passed away. So we got two people in our family, same side of the family, died on the same day. If y'all don't think life is wrapping up, y'all can keep acting a fool if you want to. It ain't gonna be me, because whenever my number is punched, I'm gonna be ready and I'm going to heaven. I ain't going to hell. I'm sorry. I can do many things with you. I can sing with you. I can joke with you. I can ride with you, but I ain't going to hell with you. See how that works? Uh-uh. Uh-uh. And like I told, and y'all know I talk about everything over here. Like I told this particular person, ain't nobody physically getting up in my guts until I got a ring and they last name. Now I might do some phone sex with you maybe every now and then. Might. I ain't saying I am. I said might. You never know what might happen. I can't swear to that. Can't swear that I won't. I'm just saying. I might. If I get to that point, I might. I'm not looking to do it, but I might. I ain't gonna never say I'm not, but I will say this one particular thing. Unless I got a ring, no thing. I got a last name, no bad thing. That's me. I ain't knocking nobody else, so don't let my convictions convict you. I just been with one man for almost 30 years. And I know I ain't got nothing. If I had anything, it was the common cold. And that's because of me, not because of him. And now that man's been gone 2 years, my husband been dead 2 years. Ain't nobody been up in this twat since August 2021. Matter of fact, August 23, 2021. Okay? I got it down to the last day when we smack skins and stuff. August 2023, 2021. Ain't nobody been up in here. And I know y'all like, girl, it's been long. I know I probably do. But unless I get a ring, ain't no thing. I ain't nobody's just look, I'm just gonna hit them skins and go on. Nah, I'm better than that. I'm a queen. You ain't know? You better ask somebody. Anyway, y'all, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning into my crazy self. Shout out to all the bus drivers out there. I stand with you. I really do. Parents, get your nutty kids. Get them. And matter of fact, I think we should hire more men bus drivers. Not that women can't do it. Don't take it like that. But I think a lot of men need to start driving because for some reason, just the authority of a male sitting in that seat, it changes the game. It just really does, y'all. I'm sorry. It just do. It just do, you know? So, I mean, the order of life is what it is. The order of life is exactly what it is. Some of these people don't have no fathers, and some of them really don't have no mothers. Okay? So, yeah, they need all the constructional, yeah, they need all the support they can get, and they need to be corrected. They need to be corrected. So I tell y'all, no matter what the test, you always do your best. And I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it. How about that? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And until tomorrow, if the Lord say the same, I'll be hollering at you. Smooches.